This is what I offer my 2 toddlers to eat versus what they actually do eat. Normally I make this in a shorter form video, but I thought I'd take you behind the scenes today so we could spend some time in the kitchen together. Last night before bed, I made this overnight chia and oats. This is a first for all 3 of us, but I thought it would be a fun breakfast to try. So first I'm gonna start with the chia mixture. Add a couple scoops of that. And then we're gonna add some vanilla yogurt. I'm just gonna add 3 small spoonfuls of the yogurt in there as well. And then top with some berries. If you have toddlers, they probably also adore berries. We spend so much money on berries in a week. It is unfathomable, but they all get eaten. If I don't offer berries at a meal, it is requested. I can't wait for strawberry season. I am so over the hardened strawberries. Something important that I've learned about feeding toddlers is how it is presented actually does matter. If a plate looks too cluttered, a toddler is more likely to refuse the meal. And look, my kids are great eaters. They are great eaters, and I'm so grateful for that. Sleeping, that's another story, but you can't have it all. But I try to make sure that their meals are attractive to their eye. And it really is that easy. Now we have a healthy breakfast. So we have blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, vanilla yogurt, and the chia and oat mixture. So this is what they ate, but they both asked for more. So they actually had about double what I originally showed. All right, first snack of the day. They chose their snacks out of the cupboard today. What did you choose?
Chocolate gummies.
Chocolate gummies. Yeah, let me see them. Yes, for snack. It is time for lunch now. I'm making tuna melts today. My dad used to make those for me when I was a kid, so I love being able to bring it to my own family now. You okay, bud? So first we're gonna start with a couple cans of tuna. Mayonnaise. It makes it a little bit creamier. Helps the tuna stick together nicely, and it's tasty. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then I just mix that all together. Tuna melts are great because they're a great source of protein, and my kids love cheese. My son usually has 2 halves of the English muffin, whereas my daughter only wants 1.
I want 2.
You're going to eat 2?
No.
Okay. And then I just place the tuna evenly on the English muffins. I find 2 cans are enough for about 6 tuna melts. Next is the best part, the cheese. Today we're using mozzarella, but you can use any cheese that you like. Okay. Let's see how much this got us, okay? That's quite a lot of cheese. We're still going to need more. You want to try a bit?
On the side of my plate also?
Sure. Yeah, because we try to make it even, right?
So this is mine that I'm doing right now.
That's a great idea. Looks like we need a little bit more cheese because this one doesn't have enough and this one doesn't have any. Great shredding.
Great shredding.
Now Miko's gonna try.
By myself though. Wait a second.
This way is better.
Get out. It's not had any.
None yet. I think that looks like enough.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much for your help. Now it's time for Mama to put it in the oven. When I'm making something like this, I tend to start the oven as I'm putting it in because I'm just watching for when the cheese melts and the bread starts to get a little crispy. There's no specific time. While that cooks, I'll start getting the rest of their meal ready. A slice of cheese each as requested. Do a little piece now, but then the rest is for lunch, okay? Bring this to your sister, please. I am in love with Honeycrisp apples. They're the only apples that I buy these days. I find if I cut the apples into thin slices for them, it doesn't take them as long to chew on the apple because otherwise I found that they were spending most of their meal eating the apple and not focusing on the rest of the foods. Next, I'll add a few pieces of cucumber. And I find that they are far more likely to eat their cucumber if there's some salt on it. So it is worth it to me to put some on. It is looking melty. I'm gonna add a couple peanuts to each of their plates. When they were younger, I would always offer unsalted nuts, but now that they're a little bit older, I do buy salted. I'll still put unsalted in their salads or their yogurt bowls, but otherwise, I can't deny that they're just better when they're salted. For breakfast, I usually offer water and milk, but at lunch, I'm a little bit more varied with my options. So one child wants bubbly today, so I'll split that with them, and the other one's chocolate milk. Now they are deliciously melted. And there we go, toddler lunch. Another super simple, easy option that also meets their nutritional needs. We've got a tuna melt with mozzarella cheese, cucumber, more mozzarella cheese per request, peanuts and apples. Pretty successful in terms of toddler eating. As you can see, my youngest left most of her tuna melt, but did eat a lot of the toppings, whereas my oldest actually ended up having his full two. Our second snack of the day, we're gonna make a smoothie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one.
Huge chunk. Some strawberries.
It's gonna be red smoothie.
It will be red, probably, right? What do red and yellow make together?
Orange.
Orange, that's right.
Oh, I want one. I want that. Oh, I don't. I didn't like it.
All right. Now we're going to add some pineapple yogurt.
Press the button.
Yes, you can.
I will press it this time.
Yep. Well, you're right, needs a bit more liquid.
Making it with you. I'm making it with
All right, that sounds great.
today.
What did we have for dinner yesterday?
Shrimp. I'm just gonna go. What's your sunglasses?
Okay, you can go grab them.
Anyways.
Okay, we just got home from one of the kids' activities, so it's time to make dinner. I was supposed to have 2 little helpers, but they decided that they needed to indulge in some pretend play and save some people, so it'll just be me. I'm making a Thai peanut chicken dish, so let's get started. I really and truly do not enjoy working with raw chicken, so our first step is going to be cooking it. Chicken is cooking up. I'm going to start mixing together some of our other ingredients for the peanut sauce, and then I'll start on the rice. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. I'm just gonna do a splash of sriracha because it's for toddlers. 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of peanut butter, 1/2 cup of coconut milk, a little bit of garlic powder, splash of maple syrup. You could use honey or maple syrup. Mix it together, and then it's just gonna sit and wait for our chicken to be cooked. Next, we've got to start on our rice. 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. And then we're going to cook that on high until it starts to boil, then we'll reduce it to a simmer. We'll need a fair amount of fresh ginger, so I'm going to go ahead and start peeling that and then also grating it. I don't love ginger, but I can't deny that the smell of it just makes me think of health. Our rice is starting to boil, so I'm going to put a lid on it, turn it down to simmer, and set a timer for 15 minutes. Now we have a nice little gingery paste. When the chicken is cooked, we're gonna start cutting into cubes. I get so stressed cooking chicken. I'm just like, is that a little bit of pink? Is that a little bit of pink? When the chicken's all out, we're going to put our ginger and some garlic in the pan and let it cook for 1 to 2 minutes before we add the peanut sauce. Now we will add our peanut sauce and let it cook for 4 to 5 minutes. That's been cooking for a few minutes. I'm gonna add a splash of sesame oil and lime. Rice is done. I love the 2 to 1 measurement because the rice is just cooked perfectly every time. Now we're gonna add our chicken. The kids' bedtime is in about an hour, so I feel like I'm kind of in that time crunch now. I'm gonna have to call them up in just a few minutes. So I'm going to crush some peanuts, plate it, and get eating. I planned to do something a bit more chill. After those peanuts today, I was just really craving Thai food. Now let's crush some nuts. This is not necessary, but it is enjoyable. They both really enjoy rice, so we'll give them a nice helping of that. I would say that looks delicious and done. Sprinkle some peanuts. And there's our toddler dinner. Definitely more complex than breakfast and lunch. And usually I would add a vegetable to it as well. I just simply do not have the time. That's why I made the smoothie before we went to their activity, so we could ensure we're getting some spinach in for our day as well. At least I know they've got their protein in for the day, and hopefully they enjoy it. Here's a better look at it. No berries with this meal, but hopefully they love it. I'm super excited. They both ate about an even amount, although it wasn't much. My son said that he absolutely adored it. My daughter just kind of wanted to eat the rice. She ate some of the chicken, but she was really interested in the rice. Not a full success, but I really try to remind myself that they know their bodies best, and they both said they were comfortable, so it is what it is. And for bedtime snacks, Scout Organic Kids Bars. See you next time.